office and be able to walk up there with 2 hours. Be able to go, every time you show up, you should be able to show up and do the whole show yourself.
That's right. Oh.
The whole show yourself.
If the host don't show up,
he said show up and be ready to do the
and he can do
whole
that.
show
and he can
yourself.
Do that.
He said he started in St. Louis. We were talking like 3 hours work with him. He said, man, the comics hated him. They hated him, so they boycotted his room. They come to his room. He said the first 4 weeks he showed up and did the whole shows. His absolute self until people start begging him to go on stage.
And he can do it. Lavell
he can do it. So I mean, that's the job. That's what we're here for.
I remember Lavell was here in Memphis, and his manager was standing outside, and I was like, "Hey man, can I go in and meet Lavell?" You know what I'm saying? I just did last come and stand. I know he was on. I wanted to meet him. And his manager come here and told him, and I walk in. I was like, "Hey Lavell, how you doing? I'm Ambrose, man. Like, yeah, I just did this season last come and stand." He was like, "Oh, for real? I feel sorry for you." But man, that's
Did he explain it? Did he explain it? He just left it at that?
He just left it at that. But I pretty much knew what he was talking about, man. But sometimes that we was talking about, the paid shows can sometimes hurt you from keep writing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a young comedian, 8 years in the game, 2 TV appearances, got the live last come and stand. At some point, I did feel like afterwards, like, you know what? I can lay back now, chill. Because the phone calls finna start rolling in. And
that's the most disappointing thing.
I know, and it's a lot of comments that be like that, but that's how it's for you in the beginning. You get on TV, you got this idea that your shit about to come in. And what you don't understand is TV is on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it competes with social media and all kind of other stuff. It's oversaturated now.
Yeah, it's a lot more oversaturated. So you'll get face recognition from people from a TV show for about 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, exactly right.
Inner industry people, the people that gonna hire you, you still have to copy your clip from that TV show, and then email them to
and that still ain't gonna get it.
And then hope that you fit the demographic that they play.
At their club.
So you sitting there like, man, I just ripped this TV show. Why ain't my phone ringing? Well, I tell anybody, if you try the best thing you do is get an air date, and then try, if you already got a system set up, you already got 4 or 5 clubs you in with, then use that to try to get bumped up in those clubs.
That's what I did.
Then use the bump up to try to get them to vouch for you at other venues.
Okay.
But black comics don't have what you call an infrastructure. It's only 7 black comedy clubs across the country.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got chains of white clubs. So we don't have that necessarily. When white comics start out, if they play their cards right, they can be working 32 weeks a year. That means 32 weeks a year practicing.
A lot of young feature white comics getting a lot of work right now. You can
boom, and you can,
because they own most of the club.
They can, and they don't have to. If they play their cards right, they can go 32 weeks a year. You get $1,000 a week.
I know a couple of guys.
You get $1,000 a week. That's a career.
I know a couple of guys.
That's right. You let your apartment go.
Yeah.
You ain't got no kids, no bills. You got $28,000 cash coming in a year.
Performing at A1 comedy clubs. How can you not get good?
That's a when you a black comic, you begging.
Yeah, you basically.
You hoping somebody take you on the road with them. Right, and then you hoping that person don't get tired of you if they do, or you hoping you just hoping, man. Every time you look up, you buying hope. You fucking buying hope. And meanwhile, the people looking at you, going, you ain't funny enough, or you ain't this, you ain't that, not knowing the shit you going through. Black audiences, man, they kill me. We don't support each other on the minor leagues level. But they had these high-ass expectations. I'm not going to financially support you, but I still want you to go. You still should be in the NFL.
Funny, right,
You're not going to buy none of my cleats. You ain't going to buy none of my fucking...
But you should do that, though. And you know how I put it
Why you ain't there yet, nigga?
I put it out of my mind, just forget about the shows and just keep grinding.
Okay.
Still doing $350 money spots. Still, we see each other at the same open mic. It's like... you just gotta keep going. But when folks see you, oh man, after the show you ain't get no big calls from no agency or no.
That's the out here. That's the you got 2 ways to go. You can either be a black, the white to like.
That's what you told me. That's to be on the safe side.
Yeah, you can
be clean.
Be clean.
What's the story about you and Kevin Hart did the open mic? What was that? And you said the Jews came up.
Oh yeah. So Nah, I was trying to get ready to sign with the Juice, and you know, everybody back then, this was like 2001 to maybe 2003.
Right.
Everybody was like, all the Jews was like, gotta be new things being clean, and I came from that. I was you know, wage watching comedy 80s and 90s, Stanhope, you know, Kennison, even at the Improv, these shows where, you know, all these guys are just raw and edgy.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be, you know, edgy. I wanted to be. I admire white comics and black comics, but I wanted to be edgy. You know, Andrew Dice Clay. These motherfuckers just say what they want.
Edgy, say what they want. That's what comedy about.
That's
it's
what
freedom.
comedy's supposed to be about. Just me getting up here and just, you know, you shouldn't just watch me and laugh. You should watch me and wonder how I think like that.
Your point of view.
You should be like, how the fuck does that man think like that?
We shouldn't have to.
Yeah, but and then it changed. There's something happened, and shit changed. This PC thing. They said, okay, well, the new thing is being clean. So I did the Laugh Riots with Comedy Central, and people from a big agency came into me, and they sent me a letter. They said, okay, you're gonna do. If you win this show, you're gonna be on comedy. We're gonna get you on Comedy Central. We're not telling you to be clean, but we're saying it would be better if you did.
Right.
That's how they approached me.
Right.
And you know, of course, I was young and rebellious, and I saw these comics getting on by spitting in the face of what they said. So it was a venue. They flew me out to LA, played at the Red Rock, which is right on Sunset Boulevard. And you know, the town was there, and the place was packed. And I was fourth, hot spot. I went up there, and I had this in my mind. My mind's like, okay, if I should be clean or go out here and do what I do.
Yeah.
To get
what did you do?
What I do to get here.
What did you
My
do?
thing was like, I didn't get here being clean.
Right.
Why would you ask me to be clean once I got here?
So you did you.
I did.
That's real.
I did.
That's
to
real.
Get there.
That's so real right there.
So,
that's real.
And you know, look in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have.
I know, but you can't fight. Henry, look, South comedians. You know,
I mean, but it was like
this for the
okay.
slaves. You know, we can't fight.
I did. You live and die by it. You know, I did what I did to get there. So it was like when I did Cursive, I was taking Comic View in New Orleans.
But did you make the people laugh when you went out there?
They had laughing.
See, but the agencies didn't like you.
The agency, they wanted someone, and they was like, well. And then when I saw Kevin coming out, he was coming out clean.
On the same show?
No,
you saying around the same time?
Oh, okay.
Started
building up. I mean, I don't know if they had already hooked up with him or not, but it seemed like he was really clean.
I didn't know he started off clean.
Extremely clean.
Oh, really?
Very clean. So, and then he didn't start cursing until like, I think 07,
after
08.
His big break.
07, 08.
After
it was like, and after some of the shows, you start seeing him drop a motherfucker and a shit. But then after that, he could just fucking.
He can say whatever he wants.
Yeah, but he was fucking.
Oh, he got on clean though.
Hell yeah. So
smart guy. So he played the role of what they wanted.
I mean, look, pull up his IDMB. Look at the small bit roles he did. Look at the kind of roles he took. He hung around. He was the guy. I lead you. It's like, we just gonna keep fighting rounds until I see my
smart
shot.
Guy.
And when he saw his shot, he took it.
Smart guy.
He wasn't everybody was waiting to be blown away by another Mike Epps or Cat Williams. And niggas was like, I ain't nobody gonna be better than him.
Kevin just
they lined his show, they positioned his show. His whole show is themed around him. When you go watch him, the guy's opening is everybody's clean and it's kind of quirky and ain't nobody blue, ain't nobody sex talking.
Right.
The next guy's kind of the same way. Everybody just setting him up to be boom. You know, I mean, he survived those mixed nut shows of having to be on shows with Earthquake.
Okay.
But his show is was around him and set him up. Yeah. So imagine, you know, I give you 50 dates. I give you 100 dates, and you take who you want, and you got your 100 dates.
Right.
But after that, I want an hour of fresh material.
Right.
You know, so I'm gonna give you $1,000. I'm gonna give you $3,000 a week for 100 dates. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's almost $300,000.
Right.
You know, that's money and opportunity. Plus, you're lining up your show.
I would love that.
Getting that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's infrastructure. So even if I don't fuck with you after that, you still got that infrastructure. You still got those fans you can eat on. That's still some shit you can build on.
Right.
Without that, no, you ain't getting nowhere. Okay. If I can't put you in front of audiences, you ain't getting. I don't give a fuck how many open mics you do, how many new jokes you write.
And just like you said that when they told you to come out there on that show clean, but you didn't.
I did it twice. I did it on Comedy View too.
Now, when you told me a couple weeks ago, you was like, Ambrose, you gotta be clean. You can cater to the black and white. It's like, you gotta be clean.
Yeah.
And I was sitting back just like you, like, man, I'm saying what I want to say.
No.
Okay, I gotta say what I want to say.
No, you say, you know, you're going to speak you're going to, even like on your first show on Last Comic Standing, they called you Black Man Chris Rock and
Country Chris Rock.
Country Chris Rock, and you told a joke about being a stepfather. And right at a moment in time, that was when there was a lot of black.
And you know what?
Keenan
told me after that, y'all didn't see it, but he said the next round I want to see you elaborate on the stepfather.
If you watch around that time, they had a lot of black and white angst from the cops killing kids and all this media propaganda.
Right. So
you coming on there, and even if you watch commercials now they're trying to position the black man to look like a regular working class guy. You know what I'm saying? So that's the image Kevin sells. That's the image that's selling now. It's new working class, honest, run of the mill guy. So if you fit that agenda, and they gotta know you are willing to play the game and fit their agenda.
I know he played the game too.
And then once they understand that they'll eventually give you some power back.
Cause you know what? Remember he said that. Remember that interview? He said he wouldn't wear a dress. But then he did that skit on Saturday Night Live where he did put it on, and they came back and interviewed, and they was like, "Oh, Kevin."
That was a bad decision. He said,
"Well, I did say that, but I thought the part was funny, so I did. I didn't think it was funny. Did you see it?
I mean,
he came out just like the little girl with the.
Once you elevate to that level, I think about it like this.
Do you think if he wouldn't have did it, he wouldn't have still be moving the way he is? If he
of course he would. Of course he would. Of course he would. But once you get to a certain level, you know, you're flying. Like we're like planes as artists. We're like planes, and you're only as good as your support system. So once you get to a certain level, you're not just thinking about yourself. You're thinking about all the people you're feeding. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Like you told me.
Yeah.
I need to. You got to do it.
I'm not saying go put a dress on or something.
I know what you're saying. Right. But you told me.
Yeah.
Be clean.
Whatever it is, do it.
And I'm sitting here with the stubborn. No, I'm going. But you know what? I went home and I thought about it, and then that following week I came here and saw Willie Brown, the ventriloquist.
That's fine. Yeah.
He was funny, clean with the puppets and because he said he used to dibble and dabble back and forth.
Okay.
Dirty, clean.
So
he can do both ways, and I can do both ways too. But he was like, you know, after a while, you know, God just told me I need to go ahead and do it this way. But he's in preacher school now, so he doing the whole preacher thing. But I thought about it, and I was like, because, you know, Gotham Live, that was a dirty show. I could have been dirty on that.
Wow.
But guess what? I chose to do it clean.
Yeah.
No. You can say whatever you want.
Okay, cool.
It was dirty.
Wow.
Live, it's shot live, and you can be dirty, but guess what? I did it clean. Because I knew that I didn't want to get on TV with be the regular black guy that's be on that cursing.
And then too is like, you know, that's not a clip you can send to clubs. You know.
Thank you.
If you can't,
and I know that.
If you're not putting asses in the seats, if people not, the only time they care is when you're playing to their commercial audience. If people come to see Ambrose, anybody watching a fucking clip of you.
Right.
They don't give. But I wish I had listened to. I wish I had somebody's opinion back then that I respected.
Right.
And I wish, you know, I can't take back the past.
Right.
But
you didn't do nothing wrong. And
then,
still gonna happen.
You know, everybody was so busy kind of going, you young and stupid. Nobody's like, now I try to talk to comics and go, I'm not telling you to hear myself talk. I'm telling you because nobody told me.
Right.
In a way that could relate to me.
Right.
Everybody was just like, this young stupid nigga fucking up type shit.
You ain't
like,
up. I think you still going.
Yeah. So,
you know, 17, we're still working hard. You know, it ain't no certain time.
But I haven't. The thing I like about myself is I haven't broke and. I haven't been seen yet. It's not like I was seen on a real far out scale,
right? And
then I sucked,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I haven't necessarily been seen. I haven't necessarily got that first shot where people go, oh, like Shucky Ducky or a hamburger, some shit like that.
Have you been on a New York comedy scene? Because I think you would do very well on New York comedy.
You know, everybody, a lot of people tell me that. I just have a problem going to another city starting all over again. Like
that's something we just you gotta get over.
I've done Memphis. I did LA. I'm working with Atlanta right now, and like going into a whole nother scene, and kind of fucking working my way up.
You know what? But those are things
like,
that our stubbornness at South Comics. I'm not gonna do this. I'm like you told me, be clean. Oh, I ain't gonna do it. Can't do it. Sometime in this bitch, you're gonna have to give something. It's just like in a relationship with a woman. She gonna have to give. You gonna have to give something.
Sometimes you gotta give.
But this is the thing. Ain't no big agencies and no management sitting back in the back of the club watching comedians here in Memphis. No. Ain't none in Atlanta. Ain't none in Nashville. We can travel around all these places and make money, but ain't nothing gonna happen until we go to New York. So you bound to be in New York 2 months, hitting the stage and somebody sitting back saying, "Oh, he got it." They got it. Cause you got jokes, you can cater to any audience, white, black, Mexican, cause you're a real comedian. So, and after you told me that, I was like, you know what? Sometimes we got to put our stubbornness to the side.
Well, I mean, but not just that. It's got to be. I look at a comic no different than a piano player or a saxophonist. You got to be able to play different genre of music. Of course, you will go with the music eventually that just caters to your heart.
Right.
But you can't just go, oh, I'm just gonna do this shit and that's it.
You're right. You know
what I'm saying?
Because it's a business.
And you gotta find your fit. Ultimately, we want to find the people that's gonna pay for us to live as artists. You gotta find them and they gotta find you.
Right.
So, I mean, if they haven't found you yet, then you haven't done it yet.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you know this. I'm past, in the South, we can make money. From Memphis, we can go Nashville, Atlanta, make money, make a little living doing comedy, but I've been out there, when I did Gotham Live, I saw how serious they are about comedy.
Yeah.
Check out a show on a Monday, you see Louis K. walk in.
Louis C.K.,
do about 15 minutes on stage with his record it, walk out, go hit another club. The day after that, before I recorded my show, Jim Gaffigan walk in, ripped it up, doing 25, recording himself, walking out. They hitting another club. I love that seriousness about the craft. It ain't no TV, it ain't no, this strictly comedy. I'm hitting 5 stages a night. And sometimes we have to position ourselves to be around that. Cause around here, ain't nobody doing that here. We ain't got that many stages you can hit in one night. So
I mean, but it's a more of a casual interest.
It's
kind of like get to the show when I get there, go up when I go up.
Yeah.
It's not really competitive. That's the biggest difference coming back from LA. Is watching, like being in LA doing open mic from 5 to 7, then hitting a spot at 8, then hitting another spot at 10, getting up, and then all day I'm talking to every one of my conversations either with an actor or comedian every day, all day. So when I come here and everybody's like, oh, I'm like, so what's going on? And I hit you up like, what's going on? I hit somebody up, oh no, we ain't got nothing on.
We ain't got nothing on Tuesday. I be at home laying in bed. Sometimes you be hitting me up. What's going on?
But on Thursday,
so sometimes
it's understandable. Like, what are y'all doing?
If you put me in New York around and working comments like that, I know I'll be on top of my game, and I feel like I am now, but I can be.
So,
better.
But you don't have any concerns about like your voice becoming like an East Coast, because you are the country Chris Rock. You don't have any concerns about that changing your voice tone and how you relate to people, and then how people gonna relate to you when you come back from that place.
Right.
Because every year when I come back from LA, I talk too fast for the audience. Like I'm just going too quick.
Really?
And
okay, because it's the South, you gotta slow it down a little bit.
Yeah. So out there, my sets are 7 to 10 minutes. And they don't want you, hey, how y'all doing? Everybody good?
You gotta get straight to it.
It's 10 comments on the show.
They sitting back listening.
It's 10 comments on the show, and they want to hear your boom, cut, no wasted words. Out here, if you cut that quickly, then they even lost people.
Right, already.
And they stare, and they like, why he going so fast?
Right.
Like,
we gonna get ready to wrap this up. We already got about 40 minutes. Let everybody know your social media info, where they can catch you at, what
Twitter,
shows
Henry.Coleman 773.
What, on Twitter?
No, not Twitter. On Twitter, Comic Henry.
Comic Henry.
Instagram, Henry.Coleman 773. Facebook, of course, Henry Coleman, regular page, fan page. You can put me up on there. My website is Mr. Henry Coleman. That's MEMRHNRYCOLEMAN Coleman.com. And of course, you get my merchandise and everything there. And next week I'm in Atlanta, Uptown
with Pierre.
Wednesday I'm going to be in Nashville. Why you look like you think you gonna pack it?
Yeah, I mean, no, Uptown good. You gonna get a good crowd, but I'm just saying.
They
on the show with Pierre.
He